Henry Dabrowski was a 48-year-old Chicago native who came to Phoenix in 1954 with his wife Marie. In 1956, he owned and operated Dolly's drive-in restaurant. On Sunday evening, October 14th, 1956, Charles Neese, age 22, a heavy equipment operator, and his gang of friends, which included Charles Rogers, age 21, and Bruce Young, age 19, showed up at the drive-in, and they shouldn't have been there because they had been kicked out the previous night due to sending obscene messages to Henry's wife, Marie. They were jotting down obscene messages, giving them to the car hop to give to Marie. And Mr. Dabrowski had gotten wind of this and ordered them to stay out of the drive-in. This night, they continued to harass and bother Marie Dabrowski, giving another obscene message to 18-year-old car hop Monique Brunell to deliver to her, which she did. However, this was a verbal message. After a little while, Charles Neese would call Monique over again and give her another verbal message to tell Mrs. Dabrowski. The message was so obscene that Monique went straight to Henry and told him what was said. Henry grabbed his Ruger pistol, went outside, and began firing at the gang. As the shots rang out, everyone would scatter and try to take cover. Charles Neese was hit a couple times, and he would fall to the pavement. Charles Rogers and Bruce Young were both shot in the abdomen. Henry Dabrowski would reload his clip, walk to a corner of the restaurant outside, and take his own life, shooting himself in the head. The friends of Charles Neese, Charles Rogers, and Bruce Young would load each of them up in their own cars and take them directly to the hospital. Police arrived quickly on scene and began interviewing everybody. They would also go to the hospital and attempt to interview the three that had been shot. According to an article in the Arizona Republic, Marie Dabrowski was almost incoherent with grief. She did her best to explain the harassment, the torment, the obscene messages, and what had happened. When asked why her husband grabbed the gun, she asked, "What would you have done?" Charles Rogers and Bruce Young were in serious but not critical condition. They would survive. Charles Neese was struck by 5 bullets that inflicted 6 entrance wounds. One witness said that 2 shots were fired at Neese while he was on the ground. He died the next day in the afternoon. We don't know what was said, and it was never revealed what Charles Neese had said to Monique Brunell and what she relayed to Mr. Dabrowski, but it was enough to set him over the edge. Charles Neese was survived by his mother, 8 brothers and 3 sisters, and he is buried at the Tempe Double Butte Cemetery in Tempe, Arizona. Henry Dabrowski was survived by his wife Marie, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters. He is buried at the Holy Cross Cemetery and Mausoleums in Calumet City, Illinois. Marie ended up moving back to Illinois, where she would work as a supervisor at the Oxford House Hotel. She never remarried. She passed away at the age of 65 on December 27th, 1971. She's buried next to her husband. Here is the location as it appears today where Dolly's Drive-In once stood, almost 70 years ago. Another chapter in the history of the city of Phoenix.